how's it going, everybody? My name is Aaron J. Holt, back at it again with another React video. Well, you guys have spoken. Several of you have requested that I check out Lydia the Bard's latest Disney villain song, Tinkerbell villain song, Fall Little Wendy Bird Fall. And to that I say, your wish is my command. Actually, I can't throw this. It's very breakable. It's very breakable. Yes. So it was uploaded 11 days ago and has 2 million views as of this recording, you guys. Wow, that's insane. I love Lydia's Disney villain songs so much. I intend to react to all of them eventually. I've reacted to, I've reacted to Anna's villain song. I've reacted to, geez, I'm having a total blank here. I reacted to, I forget. Sorry, I can't think on the spot right now. I believe there was others. Belle. I reacted to Belle recently, and that's where you guys in the comments section, you actually requested that I check out Tinkerbell's villain song. And I believe there was one other that I reacted to. And I wanted to react to Mirabelle's villain song, but I had seen bits of that on TikTok, which is where I first learned about Lydia the Bard, which led me to her YouTube channel. And so I know that she also uploaded Dolores before Tinkerbell, which I will check out next. But I wanted to check out Tinkerbell for today. But before we watch the video, let's read the description, shall we? And I will put it up right here. Okay, so let's check it out. Okay, here's the story. Fairies have been dying at an alarming rate in Neverland. As time goes on and the human world evolves, more and more children simply no longer believe in fairies. And we all know the moment that happens, a fairy is lost. Tinkerbell and her friends watch as their loved ones disappear one after another. Their numbers dwindle and hope has long faded. Loss is something we all must go through, but when it becomes an almost weekly occurrence, Tinkerbell knows something must be done. She begins her research trying to understand the connection between humans and fairies. Maybe there is a way to sever the connection, to allow fairies to exist independent of human beliefs. But that would be impossible. A fairy is born from the first laugh of a newborn human baby. The bond between humans and fairies is directly linked to their existence. Tinkerbell tests many different theories to try and allow fairies to live free from the human influence, but every time she comes up blank. And as the weeks and months go by, Tinkerbell's bitterness towards the human race grows and grows. Fairies, full of magic and wonder and power, at the mercy of simple, insignificant, ungrateful children. It simply isn't fair. Well, I can understand that, yeah. Until one fateful day, Tinkerbell comes up with one last theory. If a fairy is born of a newborn's laugh, then maybe, just maybe, it's the very same child that causes their eventual death. If Tink could ensure the child connected to her never lost faith, maybe I read that wrong, hang on. If Tink could ensure the child connected to her never lost faith, there we go, the children connected to her friends never lost faith, then she could at least keep herself and her loved ones alive. And so on their next trip to the mainland, Tinkerbell convinces her friends to follow her plan, to find these children, to take them away from their homes and bring them up in Neverland. And so they left, flying over the mainland and clinging to this final sliver of hope. They searched for hours with no luck. All seemed lost. How could they possibly tell which child was theirs? That was until Tink felt an inexplicable pull to a window. And inside the window lay a young boy, no more than a few years old, and she knew they'd done it. Tink had found Peter Pan. Really? Tink was born from Peter Pan's laugh as a newborn? Her friends, with a new surge of hope, find their humans in the next few hours. Stolen from their cribs, they were spirited away to the land of the fairies to ensure they never stopped believing in fairies and never grew up. Wait, so Tinkerbell was born of Peter Pan's laugh, and her fairy friends were born of the Lost Boys' laughs? That's what I'm getting at here. My gosh. Hello? Mouse, can you work? Thank you. Jeez. Everything was going well. Tink and her friends were safe until some strangers arrived in Neverland and put everything she worked so hard to protect at risk. Wendy, with her stories of home and family, whispering in the Lost Boy's ears, in Peter's ear. What if they decided to go back with her? What if they decided to grow up? It was something Tink simply couldn't allow. And so, to protect her and her friends, she would see Wendy fall. Bye. But yeah, fun story. Before we get to reacting, I was actually in a stage production of Peter Pan just last year in the middle of August in Forest Lake, Minnesota. I played Mr. Darling as well as being a member of the Pirate Ensemble. In fact, I'll put an image right here so you can see. I played Mr. Darling on the left and the member of the Pirate Ensemble on the right. And it was real fun. And obviously, if you know the story, the reason that Tinkerbell, doesn't like Wendy is because Tinkerbell loves Peter and she doesn't like sharing Peter with any other girl. And so I always thought that was the only reason, but, now that, we hear this theory that, Wendy comes along and, feeds these stories of such wonders from the mainland, and that, tempts them to want to go back and want to grow up, that this will sever their ties to the fairies and will endanger them of dying, Pretty heavy stuff. And I remember, in the comments of my Belle video, when one person asked me to check out the Tinkerbell video, they said that, the Tinkerbell was actually much more dark than what Lydia usually puts out. And, that made me want to check out this video even more. Because I'm like, well, from what I've seen with Anna, with Belle, and I think I'm forgetting one more. What am I forgetting? I've reacted to other stuff from Lydia, like, the Five Nights at Freddy's, but I can't remember. Sorry, I'm blanking on what other stuff I've reacted to Lydia that's Disney villain. I'll have to go back and look, But yeah. But, I'm interested to see where this one leads. So, we're already 8 minutes into this thing, you guys, so let's get to reacting, enough dilly-dallying. I want to check it out. Full screen. Let's see what Lydia has in store for us. And, with me, I always have high expectations with Lydia now. Let's check it out. In 3, 2, 1, action. Yay! Vocals and lyrics by Lydia the Bard. Aww, everyone from Pissy Hole.
Little girl, you've no idea what you've got yourself into. Fly for a night and think the world's made for you. Well, I tried too hard to see all of my work come undone. Better grow some wings real fast. I see the way they look at you with tears in their eyes. Soon they'll start to dream of different lives. Well, I won't let you tempt them. They are mine to protect. No use reminding them of the past. You don't seem to quite understand what is at stake. This messed up little family that I had to make. If I could let them all go home, please know that I would. But it'd do more harm than good. why don't you fall? Fall, little Wendy bird, fall. Why don't you fall? Fall, little Wendy bird, fall. Swear it's nothing personal, it's a necessary evil. Why don't you fall? Fall, little Wendy bird, fall. Some would say I'm quick to rage, and maybe they're right, but I can say for once I'm thinking clearly tonight. Wendy, darling, you have hit the wrong girl to fight. I will protect what is mine. A nasty little spark that must be smothered, snuffed out. Setting fires inside my house is just not allowed. If ended air and embers is what I must do, then darling, I'll be coming for you. So why don't you fall? Fall, little Wendy bird, fall. Why don't you fall? Fall, little Wendy bird, fall. Swear it's nothing personal, it's a necessary evil. Why don't you fall? Fall, little Wendy bird, fall. Fall, why don't you fall? Fall, little Wendy bird, fall. Or did it slip your mind? You need 3 things to fly. Let's see you try when I remove mine. Why don't you fall? Fall, little Wendy bird, fall. I'm gonna clip your wings, cut your strings, baby, you won't feel a thing now that you're feeling tall. Why don't you fall? You don't seem to quite understand what is at stake. This messed up little family that I had to make. If I could let
Holy shoot. I can see what they mean about it being darker than usual. I mean, cutting to black right before Wendy gets impaled on that jagged rock? And yeah, I guess, I mean, yeah, Tink has to do what she has to do to keep the fairies alive. But at what cost? And I've seen all the Pixie Hollow movies, and I feel for all that she, you know, for all the fairies that, you know, that got lost, you know, that she must have gone through, you know, in this music video. But at some point, you know, it just... Wow. I understand her pain, but... It's kind of... Like, if I have to draw an analogy... Her grief, I would say... Thank you, vehicle that just passed by the house. You know, threw off my groove. But I would say that her grief sending her over the edge to, you know, kill someone is kind of like Superman in the Injustice arc. You know, when Superman tricks Superman into killing Lois, and then it triggers the detonator that Joker put on Lois's heart to trigger the nuke in Metropolis, and then that sends Superman over the edge with grief. I think that's what, you know, kind of happened here, it seems, with losing so many of her family and friends. It pushed her over the edge that now she will do whatever it takes, to protect the remainder of the fairies, no matter what. At first I always thought, it's because she loved Peter, and she always desired him and always got jealous whenever another woman came between her and Peter. But this kind of puts a whole new view on the thing. So, Lydia, you have outdone yourself. Awesome. Awesome. Oh man, I am looking forward to reacting to the Dolores video, because this was epic. Oh my gosh. Every time I think your videos can't get better, oh man, you say, hold my microphone. Whew. I loved it. Especially with that, last image right before the screen cut to black of Wendy, plummeting onto that jagged rock. Right before she struck, screen went to black, and I, you could see, I visibly jumped in my seat. I was like, oh my gosh. Wonderful. Simply wonderful. Whew. But yeah. Next stop, the Dolores video. Because yeah, I want to check that out too. But yeah, I'm going to end this video here. Well done, Lydia. Well done. All right. Well, that being said, I'm going to end this video here. So thank you guys so much for watching this video. If you liked it, be sure to give it a big thumbs up. Let me know down in the comments below how you think I'm doing, what other videos you want me to react to. Just remember, please keep the comments kind. Also, be sure to subscribe and ring the bell to get notified about my latest videos. Thanks again so much for watching, you guys, and I'll see you all in the next video. Roll the outro!